Hello everyone, my name is Paddy and welcome back for another edition of Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, wrapping up the year, starting with our November show, The Proving Ground. Lots of stuff going on tonight, probably most significantly, the semi-finals of the Hot Prospects Tournament 2017. Johnny Needham has pulled out of the tournament due to a kayfabe injury. He's actually just left the company. Forgot to renew his contract. And so his opponent from the first round, which is of course Wesley Vibert, will be taking his place in the semifinals. So it's going to be Wesley Vibert taking on Someone Gold, and American Elemental taking on Zachary Tunks, I think his name is. So those are our semifinals this evening. Also a lot more probably going on tonight as well. Next month, of course, we have the big World Heavyweight Championship match between the Puerto Rican Power and Roderick Ramos. So look forward to that next month. Let's get right into our show tonight. We are in the Mid-Atlantic, we are in Baltimore, Maryland, and we are going to start with Ernest Youngman, who is in the interview area, and Sweet Tabitha asks him how his start to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling has been and how he plans to proceed, and he looks her directly in the eyes and he looks at the audience. He says, you know, I've watched Mid-Atlantic Wrestling my entire independent career, and I've always thought I would end up here, because this is a place for straight talkers and straight shooters, and that's exactly who I am. I just like to wrestle. But there are some people in Mid-Atlantic Wrestling who have different motives. They like to talk. Guys like the Architect, he's a talker. I don't like that. I don't like that attitude. I think it holds you back. You know, there's something on this independent scene against rematches. There's something against giving people chances, and that's not really what I'm about. See, Architect, I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why you lost to me last month is because you talk a big game, but you are not prepared to put your money where your mouth is. There are a lot of guys in this company like this. Guys like Greg Gage, guys like Roddy Remus, who are just motivated by money. You know, if you're just motivated by money, you're not going to get very far in the industry of professional wrestling. You got to be motivated by love. Not in a traditional sense, but love for this business, love for this industry, and that's what I am. That's who I am. I'm motivated by love for this business and love for professional wrestling, and that's why I'm here. And I've been a champion everywhere I've gone, and I'm a decorated independent wrestler because I am one of the best people that's ever walked through that Mid-Atlantic wrestling door. And I can guarantee you that when I walk back out that door, I will once again be one of the best to ever walked out it. So, Architect, I'm giving you a chance tonight to reflect and to remember why you lost last month, and I'm giving you a rematch. Tonight, in the main event, the challenge is open, Architect. Me and you, once more. And going forward, I'm going to keep proving, night in, night out, why I'm the best there is. And he walks off. And possibly that's our main event tonight. Let's see what the Architect responds to as we move in to our semi-finals of the Hot Prospects Tournament 2017. As in a traditional giant versus fast dude match, Zachary Tunks is defeated by American Elemental in a wonderful semi-final match, as American Elemental is our first entrant into the finals of the Hot Prospects Tournament. And the second semi-final as Solomon Gold defeats Wesley Vibert, who is of course filling in for Johnny Needham with a kayfabe injury, and with a gold standard sleeper, the quick, fast-paced grappling of Solomon Gold, north of the border's own pet project, really, as he picks up the victory there. Big, towering lad who's got that quick, fast grappling. So, good stuff from Solomon Gold as we move into Giant Brody, who destroys yet another victim, destroying Riley Patton in about 5 minutes with a wicked big foot. And it is announced that on comms and kind of on the Mid-Atlantic website right afterwards that next month, at the Night of the Champions, Giant Brody is going to be taking on Island Boy Apollo for the Mid-Atlantic Regional Championship. As the Architect comes out to the interview area and he says, you know, you think I talk too much, Ernest Youngman? Well, I do. I talk a lot. It's what I do best. You know why? Because it's inspiring. It's convincing. You know, I've done it my entire life. I like to tell people what I'm going to do. Because, you know, sometimes that makes it way more likely that it's actually going to happen. But you're right. I failed last month, and I've been failing for a couple months. I can't beat guys like you. I can't beat guys like George Wolf, and that's a problem. And you know what? Maybe I have been underestimating myself a little in that regard. I was trained by Sam Keith. I know a hold or two. I'm a quick guy. So you know what? Yeah, I'll take your rematch, and I'll show you what I'm capable of. So the Architect versus Ernest Youngman is our main event of the evening as we move into A good match between George Wolf and Eric Lee, the All-American boy. George Wolf hits him with the spear. Good little upper mid-card match here as George Wolf goes 56-0 in 2017. Fantastic year for George Wolf continues. And Ernest Youngman comes to the ring, electrifying entrance, spotlight on him, goes up to the crowd, gives him his jacket. Big charismatic smile on his face as we move into our main event of the evening, a rematch from where it all begins again, as the quick grappling and quick pace of Ernest Youngman and the Architect is a real hit with the crowd. These two have really good chemistry, as we found out last month, and this is, I think, the best match we've ever had in the series, so good stuff from these two. Ernest with his quick, charismatic grappling, one of the best grapplers on the independent scene today, and he's got that charisma and that quality to back it all up with the crowd. But the Architect, he's right, he was trained by Sam Keith, and he is a solid technical wrestler, and for a lot of this match, he is standing toe-to-toe with Ernest with a couple of technical moves, going hold for hold, flashy British-style technical wrestling, escape for escape, escape for escape, and just a quick style of professional wrestling between these two. And they eventually get into a counter sequence towards the end where they're just falling behind each other, suplexes and throws and top rope maneuvers and outside brawling, and it's just it's a really quick paced match, very like an adrenaline rush, as Wade Killer likes to call it, adrenaline rush style of match. And both these guys are just hugely charismatic characters. The Architect just acting like a giant dick, Ernest just charismatic, lovable character that he is, continues to just every now and then he'll lock on some sort of arm bar, gets on top of Architect or something, gets some space, some breathing room, just gives a sly wink to the front row. Nice charismatic guy that Ernest Youngman is. And after the match, when Ernest Youngman does indeed win, he gets on the mic and says, "That was better. It really was. I think that was a fantastic performance, Architect, and I'd like to extend my hand in congratulations. That was great." Now, I won tonight, and that's not doubting the skills of the Architect by any means, shape, or form. Tonight he was really good, and I think he's going to do a lot better going on forward. But it proved that I'm one of the best in this business. And when I say I'm the best there is, I'm not joking. I'm not lying. I really am. I'm one of the best that you've ever seen, and I'm trying not to be arrogant about it, but it's just true. And you got to protect your image sometimes. You got to protect yourself sometimes, and you got to aim high. You got to aim real high. So that's what I'm doing. This January, I'm going to be entering the Ripcord Invitational Challenge. I'm going to be representing Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, my new home. And when I win, I'm going to move. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to move higher, and I'm going to challenge for the heavyweight championship of the world. Because quite frankly, I've been on hiatus last year, but I'm back now, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go high, and I'm ready to go fast, and I'm ready for that big life and that good life. And I'm not motivated by money. I'm not unwilling to take suffering and pain like someone like Ash Campbell. I'll take those bruises. I'll take those hits. I'll be in any match you want me to, because I just love this business. I love coming out here and performing for you guys, and I hope to continue to do it for months to come. So I want to thank you all for coming, and I would like to wish you some safe travels home. And with that, we end off the show, and I hope you guys enjoyed this relatively short episode. I told you these would be quite quiet as we end off the year. I hope you guys did enjoy, though, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up, check out the rest of the series, subscribe if you haven't already. Notification of some sort. And if you're feeling especially generous and really like the episode, link to my Patreon will be in the description. If you want some creative input on the series, first place that usually goes to my Twitter, link to that is also in the description. And if you do join me for the last episode of of the year, which is the Night of the Champions, we will have Island Boy Apollo defending against Giant Brody. He has been tracking him down ever since Island Boy beat him in the Ripcord Invitational this year, and he looks angry, scary. He looks angry, scary, and he's been on a rampage. He defeated Ash Campbell in record time. He's defeated Riley Patton tonight, and he looks very scary. Can Island Boy do it again? Can he climb that mountain? Can he slay that monster again? Or will Giant Brody get his revenge? We will find out next episode, as well as a heavyweight championship of the world match between the Puerto Rican Power and Roddy Ramos. Tune in then, and if you do, I'll see you guys then.